right here. I'm not going to get my hopes up on this quite yet, but I think I may have figured out the kink. So Raul will jump on here right quick. We'll see what happens. Basically, from what I think I was doing wrong, is I was trying to do it from the Pages app, which I don't believe you're allowed or able to have a joint broadcast there. So, let's see. Raul. That, I don't know if that works. Cool. What's up, Doc? What's up, Raul? Okay. Just give me 1 second just to see if I can get this to go. Allow your viewers to request to join you and guest in your broadcast. Okay, you're in. Cool. All right. There we go. How this works, dude. Hopefully it does. It's like the 6th time, so hopefully 6 times the charm on this. Is it coming through, Raul? Dude, we did it. It works. All right, man. Are you on Wi-Fi? Are you on phone file? What do you got?
But then
Dude, you might want to try shit. Do you think your Wi-Fi is pretty spotty right now? Do you think if you did like regular data, that'd be fine?
One.
See what you got here. There's no way we can do the broadcast like that. Oh, you disappeared on us here. Let's see. Pop off that. Okay. Try this, and then I'll go back. Let's see here. Raul, you're still on. I appreciate everybody being patient here. Let's see if this works again, Raul.
All right, how is that now?
That's better.
That's better. That's better.
This is a tough one.
Do you have headphones?
Do you have headphones by chance, dude?
Oh, boy, you're asking. Yes, I do. However, they are inside and they're getting set up for a graduation party. Going to it's going to be fun. However, let me see if I can get Ashlyn right quick.
Okay.
1 second. Yeah, it's like pure madness going on. Let me see if I can get it.
Well, your view
looks great. You got that going for it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the middle of the country, dude. It's freaking beautiful out here. Let me see. I'll tell you what is going on. I'll entertain you guys for a second. Keep in mind, these are all over 40-year-olds going on, right?
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Give me 1 second. They're in the bag on the very top. All right, keep getting it. In the meantime, you guys can enjoy 40-something-year-olds.
I'm upset I didn't get the invite.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
I was kind of watching what you were talking about with the pre-workouts and the post-workout, everything that has to do with the nutrition. And honestly, I've been experimenting a lot. There's a lot of, I don't want to say new research by any means, but in a way almost like this, trying to go back to common sense as opposed to everything that you read, all these studies and everything. And I feel like my body's responding just as well without all the common sense. And I got my headphones, 1 second. Now I gotta tangle these babies right here. But coming from a guy that has a supplement company, the first thing that the supplement companies will tell you is, hey, you need to have your post-workout protein shake the moment you let go of the weights. As soon as you drop them, you have 30 minutes. If you don't drink your protein within 30 minutes, you're not going to make any gains. You're going to be catabolic. You need the protein ASAP. Bring it to the gym, shake it up, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, dude, that is so not true. I don't want to say that's latest research. What I've been experimenting with the most is the carbohydrates. Give me 1 second. Look at this.
Yeah.
But if I could set this up somewhere,
You can
guys.
set that down
You
right
can
quick.
set that down right quick. We need to. We'll get just a good view of the sky.
Yeah, there you go. This is the choppiest live you'll ever do. Thanks to me, brother.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
So, but yeah, when it comes to insulin, insulin spiking and carbohydrate intake, lately my carbs have been pretty low, honestly. And sometimes there's been days where I'll go to the gym, I'll work out a major body part like legs or whatever, and I won't have any carbs pre or post. And I'm not keto. I'm far from keto. My protein intake is too high for keto. All right, how's the audio now?
Oh,
Better?
I love it. Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, my protein intake is definitely too high to truly be on ketosis. However, the response that I've been seeing has been great. And then what I've been doing is, if I have carbs just pre-training, okay, and not necessarily post-workout, my recovery is still the same. And the pumps that I'm getting at the gym are amazing, because the carbs that you're putting in, they're still riding through basically during the training. And the only negative side to this would be when I'm training, I feel like after the first 35, 40 minutes, I hit a wall. And however, truthfully, do we need to train for any longer than 30, 45 minutes,
Nah.
So, yeah. So carbs post-workout, in my opinion, based on everything that I've been playing around with, I really don't think they're necessary. And I also saw this. I'm trying to remember the doctor's name. Shoot. I'll link it on the comments. But
Good.
anyways, he was talking about how drinking a whey isolate, the protein shake like the one that we have, for example, can spike your insulin, when you're low carbs, just as much as freaking sliced bread. So in terms of, if you're eating carbs before you train, which the best time to have in my opinion, your pre-workout drink, if you happen to take them, is with the carbs, because you just want to shuttle everything in super fast. But if you're having your carbs before you train, and then you train amino acids ideally, which amino acids in a way will spike your insulin because of the leucine, so that's probably why you're able to get really good pumps without having to have all these carbs throughout the day. And then post-workout, just having the protein, I've been seeing, honestly, great results. And the protein post-workout doesn't necessarily come immediately post-workout. Sometimes it's 45 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, whenever I get hungry. It's kind of like when it goes in. And we have to remember one thing, guys. At the end of the day, our bodies don't think in terms of an hour or 2 hour, 3, 4, 5 hour frames. Like if you're breaking down the muscle, your muscle's not going to be fully healed and recovered and without any more inflammation after you drink your protein shake. It just does not do that miracle. I wish it did. It would be
But
great,
that's
but
what
it
we're
doesn't.
told, right?
Oh yeah, well yeah. Of course, you have to get the protein shake right before, man. Or right after, or during, and who knows what. But at the end of the day, like seriously, like it literally takes 36 to 72 hours, depending on the type of training that you do, to recover the muscle. So whether you take 1,000 grams of protein in the next hour after you finish training, or you do in the next 72 hours, the 1,000 grams of protein is going to go in to recover and heal. So there's no rush. Like there's no need to run to the house and get road rage because you're not getting to your protein shake quick enough. So, and I know you have a different, not necessarily different, but I take that back. You do have a different approach to most people's, quote unquote, taught common sense on post workout and carbs and protein and whatnot. And you obviously experiment a lot and are caught up with all the latest research out there, and you know how to read studies is probably the most important thing. You cannot read between the lines, anything that you've I guess experimented with or kind of like done that that works, but it totally goes against what most people think.
Well, I mean, really, like a lot of the stuff I try to do is a lot of the common sense stuff, and then a lot of the common sense stuff I'll text you and be like, hey, dude, like, what do you think about this? Because you train people, every day, and you have a ton of clients across the country who compete or just have some weight goals that they want to accomplish, but whatever I'm thinking about it, I'm like, all right, well, let's do a shake before I go to the gym, or let's do a pre-workout before I go to the gym, and then like post-workout, like, I mean, that was just bread and butter, how I was raised, like slam a pre-workout, take in the branched chain aminos, slam a protein shake within 30 minutes after your workout, or you may as well just not worked out. So like
you shouldn't have even gone to the gym.
I know, right? It's ridiculous. So I mean, what I've been doing over the past couple of years or so is like, I'm trying to find a good quality, or I found a good quality pre-workout just to give me a little bit of a kick, and then obviously I want to make sure yeah, I know, yeah, but when
I got the connection.
Pre-workout, yeah, you have that vasodilation that happens. So technically, I mean, logically, if you're thinking, like if you have vasodilation that's taking place in the body, so that way when you're eating food, you're breaking down the food. If we have more vasodilation, that means we're allowed to bring more nutrients to the area. Just like if I ran outside right now and I sprained my ankle, what's going to happen? I'm going to have massive vasodilation to the area because my body's going to need to respond to bring nutrients to that ankle. So the same thing if we go and we train arms, we crush our arms. I mean, that's why they look as good as they do. But we crush our arms, we have kind of like a sprained ankle kind of inflammatory state there. Yeah. We're bringing more blood flow to that area. So if we're bringing quality nutrients there too, then we can recover, we can restore things properly. So there's a lot of different things that I've seen, again, just coming from like a logical standpoint, where I love clean quality products. And we were talking about that aspartame crap this morning, which I know in a couple of the other programs we try to push out just a couple minutes ago, like, and I want to string it into this. It's like, not to be cocky or arrogant, but like stack somebody who drinks a ton of aspartame up against somebody who eats good quality food, whole food supplement, organic foods, takes care of themselves. Like there's really no competition. And it's not a cocky thing.
If you line them up, you could literally handpick these people. I mean, like, real talk, dude. Look at their skin, the hair, the nails, dude. I mean, how they function, how they talk, the cognitive health. I mean, it totally shows in every aspect. It's not about obesity. It's not about how much fat I have, how lean I am, whether I drank a Diet Coke or an actual regular Coke, like truthfully though, like you can literally handpick these people, and it's not in a given aspect of life. There's something about it that reflects in every freaking aspect of life. I mean, it's mind blowing. It really is, and you and I, are always on top of research, okay, in terms of, and I think that you and I like to play devil's advocate a lot too, like what we were talking about, like, because truthfully, if aspartame is the healthiest thing out there, the best alternative, prove it to me. I want to know, and I promise you I'll be preaching the crap out of it. But every time we see a study, it's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, it's sponsored by companies that use aspartame, sponsored by, companies that produce aspartame, or, who's doing the studies, and you look at the labs and you're like, oh, well, I mean, like if I'm gonna, test high fit products in high fit labs, of course everything's gonna turn out great, sponsored by high fit too, or sponsored by Raul, it's like, well, yeah, the studies, and, they're gonna look great. And, I saw a video one time, and the guy was talking on TED Talks, and he was talking about how He said, "Give me 100 grand, and I'll make any study say anything you want it to say." And it's true. Like, you read between the words, look who's doing what, look who's saying what, and that's how you know what's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
I love for aspartame to be the healthy alternative because it will be very cost efficient. But until then, we're sticking with stevia, my friends. Stevia will be the way
Yes.
to go until then. And monk fruit and xylitol. I mean, truthfully, we have really good options, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the stevia nowadays is because of the processing. It's not as bitter as it used to be, you know. Remember, dude, back in when we met, what was that, like 2008, 9, 10,
But yeah, probably not.
sometime back
Yeah,
then?
yeah, yeah. I guess yeah, 7, 8, 5, 6,
Dude, that
7.
stevia, where you couldn't find stevia anywhere, you had to like eBay it, Amazon it, you know, like, and you would get it like a month later, basically, and
Yeah.
pay like $50 for like, you know, a little baggie.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, it was bitter, man, you know,
Yeah.
and nowadays it's not. It's nice. It's smooth. The aftertaste is nowhere where it used to be. So we have a lot of healthy alternatives, and you know, with HiFit, I mean, that's what we use. I don't have anything against xylitol,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that some people it can kind of like disrupt a little bit in my opinion, their digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they do too much, I
Yeah.
think anything in moderation is fine.
Well, that's
So
unless it's aspartame, but
yeah.
no. But realistically, that's one of the properties too. So like when we're talking about like aspartame, aspartame is a man-made synthetic artificial sweetener. And when you're
Hmm.
taking things like your stevia or your xylitol or monk fruit, you're taking it from something that God created, put on this earth, and you're able to harvest the sweetness from it and turn it into a product. So
Yeah.
obviously, again, using logic, that's going to agree with our body a lot better than something that comes from, you know, some witchcraft guy making a brew and it's like, this is so sweet, it's 50 million times sweeter. Like, maybe you shouldn't
And
consume
that's
that.
the
But
thing too. They were not trying to make a sweetener, dude. It was not meant to be a sweetener. It just happened to be so freaking sweet that they came out as with it as a sweetener. That's
mm-hmm.
the story behind it too. That's the freaky part. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
I'm not
what were
opposed to
they trying to
research.
figure that out, by the way?
Dude, I'm gonna get this so wrong, but it was supposed to be, I believe, some type of glue for paper. Like real talk, dude.
I
Like,
think, yeah, actually, I think you're right. They tasted it, like, oh my God, it's so sweet.
because
Let's
it
use this.
fell, or the guy touched it or something, and he like went to like, you know, like wipe his mouth or whatever, and he's like, oh my God, this is so freaking sweet. Like gram per gram is the sweetest thing on earth.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
so
my gosh. Well, so talking just a side note on like the xylitol. So xylitol isn't harmful to the body per se, but if you do have like xylitol can rough up the bowels a little bit, and if you do take it to bowel tolerance, or if you do have like a bacterial infection or parasite infection or something like that, it can rough it up, pull it off, and then yes, it can absolutely increase your bowel movements. But then usually you'll, once that whatever that is that's killed off or out of the body, then you can start going back to like a better dosing. But I joked around on that DM this morning on Instagram where I was like, man, if I had like any artificial sweetener, sucralose, aspartame, I would lose about 5 pounds in 5 minutes.
you know you had it. You know you had it.
Ooh,
Hey,
man.
hey, since we're talking about xylitol, let me tell you a really quick funny story about xylitol and
Yeah.
how I found out that if you take too much, it can actually mess up your stomach. Okay.
Okay.
My mom made this cake one time, and she wanted to make it super duper healthy, like she always tries to do everything. And she decided to use xylitol. And me being a piggy, let's keep it PG-13 here, ate a little too much cake.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, that cake did not last in my body. That was the great thing. But I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, I cannot stop going to the bathroom. And later on, you know, I was researching, and, you know, mom told me that she used xylitol, and I was researching, and yeah, sure enough, if you do too much, then holy cow. And I use xylitol in my coffee every day, or
Yep.
stevia. I think that when you
Yeah.
mix it with stevia, you get that synergy going on where it's like a 1 + 1 = 3 effect type
Yeah.
thing. And
Yep.
yeah, it's and it's fine because I'm not abusing it. But if you eat a freaking quarter of a cake and the cake had 3 cups of xylitol, yeah, you're gonna feel it. So
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
and
that
like
was,
that's what you're saying too. It's like, well, I guess I didn't gain any weight because it went right through me. But holy smokes!
dude, I mean, if you think about it, like if I ate like a quarter of the cake and you had 3 cups of xylitol in it, I mean, you're talking about I ate what, 2/3, just about maybe 3/4 of a freaking cup of xylitol in a
Yeah.
sitting.
1 second, Raul.
So, yep, go for it. So, anyways, guys, well, he's taking care of business.
Thanks,
Yeah, xylitol is great. It's just don't do too much of it. So,
Yeah. So
Crazy,
going
man.
back into, so let's dive in a little bit more with like the pre intro and post workout. So what are your thoughts, like when you created your pre workout? What was your thought in mind? What were you looking for?
so I liked what the artificial pre-workouts did until I learned about them. Okay, and in a way, because I like how they gave me the pump. I hated how if I had to work out at 5 p.m. I would be up until 2-3 a.m. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, I want the pump. I don't want the stimulation madness behind it, you know, and but I wanted a little kick. I wanted something, especially if you're training, if you have a busy day, you're training, or maybe you're like, you just need that extra kick. It's like I wanted some type of energy in it, you know. And I just so you know, we're considering doing a non-stimulated or stimulant pre-workout, but.
Nice.
So I like some of the stuff that they had going on, but I hated two things. One, the crazy stimulation, and two, they were using, assuming that they were using ingredients that are not banned. You know, they were using the artificial sweeteners, which we know better. They were using the artificial colorants because, you know, when you do a blue raspberry, that thing has to be glowing, like it has to be Power Ranger
Stains
blue,
the,
basically.
Yeah, stains the bottle blue. Yeah.
Dude, seriously. So and to me it was like, okay, well, the color is pointless. The sweetener, you do want it to have some type of sweetener because, I mean, let's be real. If you like, I can tell you, I've done pre-workouts when I'm experimenting and creating mine, formulating them without any sweetener or anything. Dude, they are nasty. I mean, it's just what it is, you know. But you know, and grainy and whatnot. But so you have to add a little bit of sweetener to it. And I said, well, why are these companies not using stevia? And I found out that there's a couple of reasons why, which they use stevia. I'm sorry, they'll use sucralose. They'll use disodium phosphate. Dude, there's a lot of things that they just should not use, and that's not going into gums and fillers. Okay, these are just masking agents basically, and things that will help it not foam, anti-foamers, things that will help everything just blend together much better, and then obviously enhance the taste. The way I look at sucralose is the MSG in the sweet family. Okay, so MSG, monosodium glutamate, it's salty. It makes your taste buds want more. It enhances all the good flavors in whatever you eat. Sucralose does the same exact thing. We both know, truthfully, I mean, they're literally just brothers and sisters right there. They do the same thing, just one for the salties, one for the sweets. So anyways, I wanted something more natural, dude. I wanted to be able to look the part, but feel it and live it, you know, like, and coming from the bodybuilding meathead background, which I am still that way. I just know that all these people that look so healthy, they were far from it, you know, and so that was my thing with it. So I wanted to create a pre-workout that would focus 100% on creating blood volume circulation, the pumps, the nutrient partitioning, just everything that you will want to stimulate muscle growth and to maximize your training, and then have a little bit of caffeine in it, you know, just enough to where you can kind of get going, almost like a cup and a half of coffee worth, just so you can get going, but then you're able to recover, because with all the stimulation, dude, when you're madly stimulated, you cannot recover. Your adrenals are shot, you know. And I know back in the days, you took some stuff that, you know, you would get a sample of, and you're like, oh my God, like, why would I do that to myself? Because it's 4 a.m. and you're like, dude, I just want to go and work out again. Like, I'm still so freaking stimulated. Like, you're staring at the freaking ceiling. And let's be real, dude. Your sleep is disrupted. That's when you're gonna grow. That's when
Yep.
your muscle is going to be recovering, and your adrenals are so shot that your body doesn't want to do anything but try to fix the problem with the stimulation. So
Hmm.
it's doing the opposite of what you want. And then last but not least, the other thing that I saw was, okay, if they're not using all the crazy stimulants, guess what they're doing? They're putting 450 milligrams of caffeine in it. Caffeine is a a vasoconstrictor. Is the exact opposite of what you want when you're training. You want a dilator, not a constrictor. You're literally doing this when you want this. So,
Hmm.
based on all the studies and truthfully, just guinea pigging, I felt like 200 was where the line draws.
The sweet spot.
Um,
Yeah.
the sweet spot. If you're a bigger guy, I think jock you could probably get away with the 250-ish or
Yeah.
so maybe. But yeah, but truthfully, 200 was the sweet spot for most people in my opinion, and that's why we did it. 200 is
Yeah.
enough to just get you going, but not to vasoconstrict. You know.
Hmm.
And it's enough to get out of your system and allow you to go to sleep and allow you to recover.
Yep.
And I'll touch up on a hot topic since we're talking about pre-workouts too.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Got up at 3:15, I believe, and probably around the time that we landed, I took half a scoop just to kind of
Okay.
like bring me back up. But it's not like I was gonna work out or anything. So just to benefit from it. So I used it as clean energy, and then like I said, it just putting nutrients in the muscle. So
Yeah, and
and
it's kind of like a necessary evil too, where it's like like we're in the industry, like we're meatheads at heart, and
yeah,
we love it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
when we see like all these competitors, like I know so many competitors that have like irritable bowel issues or like ulcerative colitis, and
dude.
I ask them about what their regimen's like, and they're slamming protein shakes and some of the most inflammatory, worst protein shakes with sucralose in it, then sucralose pre-workouts, and it's like you look fantastic, congratulations, but you may make it to about 40 years old. Like
You know the
it's
one
so
that kills
bad.
me. You know the one that kills me when they take the
What's that?
casein before bed. When,
Yeah,
when they
I was
take
just thinking the same thing, man.
Dude.
It's
Guys,
like the most inflammatory portion of the milk protein. But
let me
that'll
tell you
make you
this:
gain weight, though, right?
casein.
That'll let you bulk.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, and not the right type of bulk either. Let, let,
No,
let, let,
the
let
belly
let me
bulk.
tell you guys something. Casein protein is dirt cheap. Like it's just about like let me just give it to you for free. I mean, like people. I mean, might as well. Like honestly, I could probably make a 30 serving, 25-gram protein tub, casein protein, and it will probably cost me, dude, the plastic tub would cost me more than the actual protein. Seriously, it would be less. It would be less than $2. Okay, I
It's
mean,
a
like
hell of a
really.
return on investment.
Right. So it's a great investment for a supplement company. But let's. I mean, without getting into science, guys, it is the most inflammatory protein source you could ever take. And yes, sure, you can get beta A2 instead of beta A1. It's still freaking inflammatory. Like our bodies do not like casein protein. That's just what it is. if you, it's so inflammatory. Like even if you get it from a natural source, like from cheese, there's a reason why cheese it gives. I mean, Jock, I'll let you talk about cheese. Because cheese is
Yeah.
is the thing when it comes to the casein. I mean, it's just the mucus, the inflammation behind it. It's crazy. Like, do not take casein protein. Not to mention when you go to sleep, there's a reason you're not supposed to be eating in the middle of your sleep, because that's the time where your body wants to detox, it wants to clean, and it wants to take a freaking break from all the foods and toxins from that you give it throughout the day. So let your body sleep. Your body is not gonna lose any gains in 8 hours. I promise you guys. Let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
I love this though. I love it. I mean, seriously. Like, I'm a preacher of health, you know, and I love trying to teach bodybuilders about this, because it's so frustrating to me that they're so close-minded or so vulnerable to the media. I mean, that's really what it is.
Yeah, it's whatever the meatheads are promoting, but they don't also promote how much juice is going into their hinder. They're like, oh yeah, I take this stuff. We're like, well, that doesn't count because
Right. It's like,
But-
dude, I took high-fit protein shake and I gained 30 pounds of muscle. It's like, no, dude, I don't think it was the high-fit protein shake. Let's be real, bro. I mean,
what
let's be
increased that
real.
protein synthesis there? What's going on? No,
Right.
but, I mean, when we're talking about casein, that was one of the cool things with the new Immunolabs test, the food allergy test that we have. We have casein protein on there, and I have not seen a single one. Swear to you, not seen a single one that has
believe
not
it.
come back as a +4 inflammatory reaction to casein protein.
And it's a plus
And
four
it's
too.
+4, yeah. So it's a massive immune response.
Way
And
up.
so, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like cheese in general. I mean, for goodness sakes, cheese is horrific for your body. But like, when you're talking about that increase in mucus production, like for me, if I have cheese or something snuck into like a salad dressing or on a salad, or even a piece of cheese flew in the wind and what landed on my mouth or in my tongue, on my mouth, whatever, I immediately start getting mucusy. And so like I always joke around about the Starbucks latte example, like going to Starbucks for like 5 minutes and hang out there and listen to all the frappuccinos ordered and hear them all go
Yeah.
sneezing
Yeah,
like, the whole time.
yeah.
Like, you just crushed your immune system.
Dude,
Oh my
when
gosh.
we went
But
to
yeah,
when we had
that
the
frustrates me so much.
Yeah, when we had the seminar in Nashville, and we went to that one restaurant at the Gaylord, and I had I forgot what it was. It was like a turkey sandwich, something, whatever. And I told him to take the bacon out, and I didn't tell him to take the cheese out. And because I know how bacon does me, I just feel gross when I eat it, and it just like I can feel the inflammation when I do it. And the cheese was the same way. Like we were walking out, and I was like, dude, I feel stuffy already, and it's.
Yeah.
It's the freaking cheese, it's the casein in it. So
It's
they need
so
to make
fast, too. Like,
a way
can't
isolate
ignore it.
cheese. Yeah. Yeah, so much for
Yeah,
the
way
slow
isolate
releasing,
cheese.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Jeez, oh man, but yeah, that stuff. I remember that, dude. That's been big since back when we were kids and stuff. Like, if you want to bulk, drink a casein shake before you go to bed, and
Or whole milk. Or
do
whole
what
milk.
it said. Or whole milk, yeah. Vitamin D, yeah. Mix vitamin D, whole milk with casein protein before bedtime. You'll gain like 5 pounds
dude.
overnight, and you did.
Yeah.
because
You did?
were
Oh, you
so
did.
Massively inflamed. And then
Yeah. And it
then
wasn't
you start
muscle that
eating
you
clean
gained,
again.
though. It wasn't muscle that you gained either.
No. It's all
Yeah.
inflammatory water weight and fat tissue. You're like, this is like, I look
Dude.
huge, like my shirts fit
Yeah.
tight, yay! But
You
like,
feel
you're
like
looking at your
crap,
stomach, you're like,
too.
where did they go? Where did my abs
Mhm.
go? So,
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh, yeah. So
Yeah.
talking about proteins and stuff. Yeah, like you have the grass-fed whey protein that you have from
Grass-fed,
the high-fit supplements,
non-GMO,
which is
yep.
fantastic. I mean, we were just talking about the pre-workouts, but yeah, then you have the non-GMO whey protein. So if anybody that isn't allergic to dairy, or if you're not sure if you're allergic to dairy,
Right.
your whey protein, I've tasted before. It got me because I'm allergic. I'm very
You're allergic to it.
I tried it anyways. It hurt.
Yeah. And
but
and we don't have
the taste
lactose.
profile's fantastic.
Oh, totally, man. And we don't have lactose in it either. However, if you're allergic to dairy, it is a dairy product
Still
at
the
the end
milk
of the day.
protein. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
which everyone who
But, yeah.
listens to this, stay tuned, because we will be coming out with a plant-based protein. Now, the only reason, and I say we will, as in like, I'm working on it. It'll probably be at least 6 months before we're able to get something on the books, because there are great plant-based out there. in terms of quality. In terms of taste and mixability and texture, definitely not. But it's something that I'm working on, and I'm really freaking close. Uh, so true.
It's like
It's
licking
like,
paper.
was that sand? Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
so that's something that I'm working on because I'm very much aware of some people just being, allergic to dairy, and some people just for personal beliefs or ethical reasons, they just don't want to do whey protein, which I totally respect that, you know. So,
Yeah, yeah, and that's. I mean, I didn't want to reveal that because I wasn't sure where you were on that phase or whatever. But I remember, yeah,
oh no,
national and stuff.
dude,
We were talking about that stuff. So
and here's the thing: could I come up with a plant-based protein like next week? Absolutely, but to me, it's like I'm not gonna come out with a product and have competition. Like to me, it's like I want to solve a problem, you know. And right now, there's great quality. But we have a problem, and it's the freaking texture and the taste of them. So unless I can fix that problem without sacrificing quality, then I won't come out with it. And like I said, I'm pretty close, but I know I can do better. So shoot, my wife will tell you, I'm like, baby, try this. And she's like, "Oh my God, that was disgusting." Or, "Oh my God, that's a lot better than the last one," you know. So we're getting there, but
and then you
yeah,
ask her, was
it's
it as bad as ashwagandha?
oh, dude, echinacea, bro.
Was it echinacea that you got her?
Echinacea. Oh, dude. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
was
that's
that
one
was
of
a
the
rough
things I
one.
love about you too, man. Is like you're just as anal as we are, and you're not going to settle for anything that's not the best, and you're not even going to bring it to market just to introduce a crap product, because we talked about this in Nashville. Like your reputation, your name is behind the product. So if
Hmm.
your product sucks, then that comes back to you, and you're like, nah,
Yep.
like I shouldn't have done that. But I know that you quality check everything, and we talked about how like these people can just lie about stuff that's on the label, and if even if you don't have like a certain amount, like talk a little bit about that, like how they hide ingredients on the labels, and they don't even have to legally say anything.
Dude, so less than 500 milligrams, don't have to list it. I mean,
Yeah.
and let's be real. Shoot, something as common as caffeine. Put
Right.
499 milligrams of freaking caffeine and tell me if you can't feel it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so things like that, and then with the isolates, for example, if it has at least 51%, then it's considered the majority. Therefore, you can put whey isolate on the label. Dude, it's so crooked, man. You don't have to list fillers. You don't have to list gums. There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of masking agents. Okay, that they're more so of an active ingredient, but because they help with the flavor profile, they're considered part of your natural or artificial flavors. So you really don't have to list it. You can just put it under natural flavors. And some of the stuff, Jock, dude, it's bad, man. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's messing people up, but they taste good. They make the products taste good, and companies don't have to list it. And to me, that's just downright freaking unethical, man. I
Yeah.
mean, it's sad,
It's crooked. Like that should not be allowed to happen, especially with how popular these products are.
and dude, if you're the owner of a company, which I mean, let's be real, hardly do you see owner companies nowadays. It's more corporate levels.
Yeah.
But if you're the owner of a company and you do your research on what some of these natural flavors are, I mean, like I'm not even gonna play with the artificial stuff because we know better. On
Yeah.
some of these natural flavors are, dude, you would not want to take your own products. Like
Yeah.
seriously, it's just mind blowing. So there are levels to it. Just like, hey, whey isolate is great. It's okay, whey isolate is great, but what about like where is it coming from? Is it
Hmm.
from grass-fed cows? Is it non-GMO? Like, is it grass-fed? Year round or just on the last 120 days? Like,
Hmm.
is a grass fed coming from beta A1 or beta A2 cows? Like all of these little things just start to add up. And to me, it's like, if you want to take a lower quality product because you know better, sure, but from an owner's perspective, it's some of the stuff that I've seen and learned out there. It's pretty bad, and I know it because when I go to the manufacturers to have my products made, they're like, "Oh, dude, but you don't even have to list this," and it's like, dude, like, I have. Our products are 100% transparency.
Yeah.
Like real talk to anybody listening to this. Look at my label, put the ingredients together, and you will make my product. I have no patents on my product. I'm not trying to make money on my patents. I'm not trying to make money on anything. I'm trying to solve a problem, okay?
Mhm.
Our products are 100% transparency. I do not put anything in our products that is not on the label, okay? And these companies will tell you, like the manufacturers, like, oh, dude, but just put this. Like, I don't care. Like, if you don't care, like I don't care. It's like, no. Like, I actually do care. Is the problem,
Yeah.
you know? And they'll tell you, like, why are you doing 100%? Just do like, do a little bit less and you'll save, you can cut the cost by 25-30%. It's like, I don't want to do that, like
Yeah.
I want to be proud of what I do, and I want to be able to drink the products that I'm making.
Yeah.
And so
And be able to sleep at night knowing that you made a good quality product
oh,
and not
dude,
lied to all these
absolutely,
people.
man,
Because
absolutely.
there was what was the lady products or something like that, the lady supplements that were being made. Am I allowed to bring
Oh
that one
shit!
up?
I'm like, am I supposed to say the brand, or should I just hold
I
up on the brand?
it's
It's a
up to
red
you.
and white. It's a red and white container. Most of their supplements are, and they basically, the owner's really quote unquote cool. And but because I don't think it's cool to do what he does, but anyways, yeah, dude, I'm not
Let it
trying to be
out.
mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, dude, the products are crap, dude. I mean, seriously though, like, it's downright unethical. First of all, we're all humans. We share most of our DNA. There is no such thing as protein for a girl or protein for a guy. Let's be real. When
The
you break
colors
down
don't mean anything.
protein,
The colors don't change it.
if it's pink and blue, maybe, dude. But I'm not. Like when you break down protein, it's just amino acids. And guess what, guys? Leucine on a guy and on a girl is still leucine. It still does the same thing. Like, right. So don't fall for that. Yes, there are certain supplements that are targeted, like when it comes to hormonal health, that will be
Oh
targeted
yeah.
for guys and some for girls. Protein, pre-workouts, BCAAs, fish oils, they go for everybody. Okay. So, anyways, this company thrives on making products that's specifically for women, and by that I mean selling them for the same price, but a quarter of the doses, and then doing proprietary blends
Hmm.
that are just enough to make you feel some type of way but not deliver the results. And by that I mean their pre-workout
You said
had
was it the beta alanine or something like that that was making
yeah
them feel
so
the tingle just so they felt like it
yeah,
was
so
doing something?
their pre-workout, dude, the total amount of ingredients was like less than 4 grams, and I can tell you, my first ingredient is more than 4 grams. Okay, so let's start by saying that tells you how much in terms of cost, the product goes for. But anyways, the first ingredient was beta-alanine, and if I had to guess, it was about, because it's a proprietary blend,
Mhm.
but it had to be probably around 2.5 grams, which is
Okay.
enough to get you tingly. So
The
all of a
tingle, yeah.
sudden it works because you feel it. Okay, and then it was it had like 800 or so probably milligrams of L-citrulline. So okay, I got a
Hmm.
little bit of veins going on, like
Hmm.
it's working. And then caffeine. So you're like bam, so bam, it works. It's great. It was meant for women, and I'm seeing these great results, right? Like, come on,
Yeah.
dude. And it sold for like 32 bucks, and I can tell you, man, that product, I could probably make a pre-workout like that for like three.
Which brings me to my next point. Your products are freaking cheap. So, for anybody who's on here or who will be watching this, like, so I have a massive distrust with a lot of supplement companies and a lot of industries just from
Mm-hmm.
my own experience from back in the day. I mean, I took
Mm-hmm.
products that got in trouble for having ground up Adderall in their product. I think it was Jack 3D. They got in trouble for that. I mean, I'm right next to where SciFit used to be, and SciFit was selling steroids out of their vicinity, and they were doing dog fighting on the weekends. Like, so I grew up in this
Yeah.
stuff, and I mean, I thought the products were fantastic, but all you need is just to feel a little bit, and that little bit's going to trick into that placebo and make you feel like you're getting something out of it. But now,
Yeah.
like where Raul was at, like he makes his products, and you dump a crap load of money into trying the products, testing the products, figuring out what goes best, but like actually putting what, like you don't have proprietary blends. You have, this is the ingredient, this is the dose. This is the ingredient, this is the dose. And
Anybody
so
can make
it's
my
like
products.
you said, it's full transparency. Yeah, it's full transparency on that. So like, and the other thing is like I said, your products are incredibly cheap for the benefit that you have. Like, I mean, you got like Lion's Mane that's out. I mean, you've got cacao. You've
Dude,
got so many other different products that are out right now, and they're all super,
the Lion's
super good
Mane by
quality.
itself. Yeah, the Lion's
Yeah,
Mane
I mean,
by
the
itself
Lion's
in our
Mane's
pre-workout
insane.
is freaking expensive. You know,
Yeah.
and we have full doses on everything. It's not like I'm like Lion's Mane, like 1 milligram. Like
Yeah,
we
like a
legitimately,
little sprinkle of Lion's Mane.
right? It's like Lion's Mane.
Yeah.
You know, like we seriously have full doses, full clinical doses, and everything. And you know, it goes back to the whole thing about researching and whatnot. And you know, like they say how a certain ingredient, you know, based on clinical doses, you need a certain amount of milligrams. I know better, and there's a reason why when you take a scoop and a half of something, you kind of get better results than when you take the scoop. So what I did is I actually upped everything to where I would usually take it. So our one serving, one scoops, like you do not need more than one scoop on any other products that we do. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Because they're so packed. I mean, you can compare the active ingredients to any other supplement company out there. And, you know, and I've had companies like company, he was like, dude, why do you put so much in here? And I told him, he's like, well, but you're not maximizing how much. No, he said, how much do you sell the pre-workouts for? And I said, dude, $39.99, and we're about to come out with a beginner's intermediate version, and it's gonna be $29.99. He's like, you're not gonna make any money unless you sell it for like 70. And I was like, well, that's my point. Like, I'm literally trying to set the bar and drag every company down or up, basically. So truth be told, I said, I'm trying to solve a problem here, you know, and let's be real. I mean, I'm trying to sell Ferraris for BMW prices, you know.
Yeah.
I think everyone needs Ferraris, and sure, not everybody can afford to spend $70 on a pre-workout, you know. But to me, it's like, if I can just take I had the money out of the equation, then it's like, what's your excuse? Because, you know, the first thing you hear is like, oh, being healthy is so expensive. It's like, well, actually,
Exactly.
it's not. You know, it's just
Well,
that you
that's
need
the
to
other
like
thing on top of that, too, is,
rethink
like,
on how you spend your money.
Yeah, and you're redistributing your the funds that you do get profit of, because you have that foundation down in Venezuela, right?
No, we don't. So okay, so
Okay.
yes, we 25% of the proceeds are going to the HIFI Foundation. The HIFI Foundation, there's no country specifically that we go to. It's more about feeding starving kids. However, right now, the majority of the starving kids happen to be in Africa, so that's pretty much what we're targeting. And I'm not sure if you know this or not, but there's a lot of really good companies out there, like Godsend companies, man, that are feeding all of these kids. Okay, the problem, Jock, is when you grab a kid who has not had any solid foods for like 8 to 10 weeks, okay, and you give it rice and lentils, which is what these companies help with, then they return the foods. They throw up for 4-6 weeks sometimes before their bodies and digestive system can actually start taking in the foods. Well, I formulated a product that literally closes that gap down to like 4 to 6 days. So now all of these companies can be a lot more efficient at helping, you know, and because the little kids will they'll still, you know, return our product and basically throw up for 4 to 6 days, but it's 4 to 6 days, not 4 to 6 weeks. So that's what we do. We're just closing the gap. But right now, actually September 9th, we're going to Kenya and we're going to South Sudan.
Okay.
So We're a few weeks away, and I'm mad excited, man. I can't wait. And we're gonna be doing videoing and going live and everything because I really want people to see who we're helping, and not just. I don't want people to just say, "Oh, I want to buy HiFi because they donate." It's like donate to who? Like like if I come up to you, Jock, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Jock, I'm like, give me $20, man, because I'm gonna help somebody with I don't know, cancer. It's like,
Yeah.
like who, like what kind, like where's the person?
But
Like
it's cute.
I really want people to see exactly if they're buying our products solely, because we do have people that buy our products solely because of the foundation, okay, and what we're
Yeah.
doing. I want those people to feel like they went with me, and it's actually one of the programs that I may do, where and I are consultant.
Yeah.
Really doing for people out there. We all have the power to help. It's just whether we choose to or not. So
That's the other thing too. Is it? I mean, there are a lot of those foundations where it's like, yeah, oh yeah, I donate, and then like you really find out like, no, I just pay myself a buttload of money, throw it under a
dude,
nonprofit name, and
do you
it's kind of like
know
a write off for me.
well that do you know the amount of foundations out there that don't have a 501c3,
I have no
which means
idea.
that
That's an Ashland term right there.
okay, basically they're non-regulated, aka Jog, give me your money and it goes straight into my pocket.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So
So
that's
if you guys choose a foundation to donate to, please make sure they're 501. You can look it up on the internet. It's 501c parenthesis C3. This is very, very important. So because then it's regulated. Then you have to be 100% public with every single car. And I think I lost you or cannot hear you. You can probably hear me, but can you hear me? Are you there? Oh, we're switching roles, is what it is. This is payback. You know what it is? You're probably going into Bluetooth, but until I hear you talk, I'm gonna keep talking. So, anyways, guys, yes, there you are. You're back.
I'm back. I'm alive. I just
You're
ran
alive.
outside real quick. I had to get back. Megan's
Oh,
got a
you're
spa
good,
day,
man.
so I got to hang out with little man.
You're
But
good.
yeah, I mean, so
Oh,
that goes
awesome,
into
dude.
that transparency and stuff too, brother. Where it's like, like you follow through. You have the follow through. Plus, I know your wife Ashley would beat your butt if if you didn't do things legally and ethically, because no, ultimately she's on there too. She's on the ticket with you, so she has a good conscience.
So, anything else that you want to bring up, talk about? I know we have a lot of topics that we want to cover, so I know we're going to do a lot of Facebook Lives coming up, and put them on my YouTube as well.
Yeah, for sure.
The one
And
that we
that's the
talked
other thing too.
about, Deliver, did really, really good, man. So anybody who's listening to
Deliver.
this, yeah, the Deliver video that we did in Nashville.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you guys definitely want to go and check it out because it's just the raw truth. I
Yeah.
mean, we just keep it real.
Well,
So
we always do. Yeah, yeah. We'll have to start doing this. Even if we turn this into like a weekly show or something like that. I'm kind of toying
there you
around
go.
with doing like a podcast too, because I mean, video is fantastic, but you can't always watch video while you're driving. So if we could just hook up a podcast and just do some basic stuff and educate people, I'd love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So, but yeah. So I got to sign
yeah.
off here
Absolutely,
shortly,
man. I
but
would be all for it.
yeah, if you guys haven't followed Raul, I'd say his last name, but you won't know how to spell it anyways. But Raul Hiteshew, so just follow him. On his page on Instagram, he's Mr. _ Venezuela. You still have the underscore there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so Mr. _ Venezuela, High Fit, Team High Fit. I mean, it's basically that's the products that we sell in the office for anybody who's trying to have like a competitive edge. Check out the website too at highfit.com. I mean, there's so much that he has to offer. He has some probiotics there too, some omegas.
We
You
just
got the
launched a
proteins.
CBD.
Just launched.
Woo!
You just launched. What do you call it? The magic juice or something
The
like that.
magic juice.
The magic juice. So you got some of that. I mean, there's so many products that you have, and again, it always feels good too because going back to transparency, first off, I love helping friends out that started up like phenomenal businesses. So, and then having the transparency and knowing that what I'm putting in my body is exactly what is on the label.
Yeah.
It's like the best thing in the world. You're literally putting money towards what you know that you're getting, not just fake crap. So so check him out, and then we'll start getting on some more lives, FaceTime lives, or Facebook lives, and then if you guys have any topics or anything you want us meatheads to talk about, just
Yes.
let us know because we love this stuff. It's our life.
And remember, guys, we don't have anything to hide. We're very open. We are,
Uncomfortably open.
yes, and we don't sugarcoat. So whatever topics, I mean, seriously, anything goes. So just speak up, and we'll make it happen. We'll educate you guys as much as we know. I know. To some people we may know everything, but we're far from knowing everything. I literally feel like I learn every day. I feel like every time I talk to Jock, I feel like I don't know anything. So
we should. I mean, you should have that thirst for knowledge. So I mean, even if we don't know something, if you give us a couple of days, notice. Like if you leave it in the comment box, it'll give us a couple of days to just pick each other's brains. Be like, what do you know on this topic? What do you know? And
that and ask our circle too.
Base.
Yeah, and ask our circle too. I mean. I said, and we can ask our circle too, because I pride myself with saying I have the smartest circle of friends in the world. So
yeah, I mean, you know me, so
you're in there, and you're in there.
Love it.
So
all right, man. Well, I'll let you get back to that phenomenal graduation party.
Bouncy house.
Yeah, that's awesome. So don't hurt yourself.
That's right, dude.
You can always come up and get an adjustment. All right,
that's right, man. Well, absolutely. All right, guys.
Thanks again for tuning in, brother. And we'll be in touch. We'll figure out something for next week, even if it's same time next week or even earlier next week. Yeah. We'll try to have it all ironed out now that we know how to shoot the live. So
no kidding, man. Awesome, dude. Thanks for having me in, dude.
You bet, man. Talk to you soon.
All right.